morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strat Gamer here, providing you with a new Anno 1800 episode today. And today we're going to talk about some different modes. In the past, I have covered some modes, in particular the Metropolitan Skyline, which has huge new buildings, really recommend it, and some others like modes that introduce new specialists in M-Pesa, also new items, new also cultural sets. So all of these I've covered before, and I'll post the description below. And today we're going to cover two different modes, or a couple of different modes, all linked to power, electricity. Some of them were recommended to me, some of them I just decided to include. So if you have modes that you want me to check it out, please don't hesitate to share in the comments below or to join my Discord channel. You can find the link to my Discord channel also in the description below. So as I said, some modes linked to power, and I think if you follow modes, in the past there was quite a few modes to increase the range of electricity, to increase the radius of heat, the radius of gas mines, or the radius of oil refineries. But we also have two modes. One that creates a completely new chain for electricity that you can see here. These are completely new buildings. And that's the Pellets power plant by Donny Bresco. And then the second is the gas fracking by General Idea 2. So we're going to look in details those two and cover a couple of, at the same time, cover a couple of different elements. You can see, if you're familiar with some of my series, that this is from my beauty building series. The capital, if you recognize it, far from done, but trying to do some beauty building. You can see the playlist appearing at the top now if you want to look at it. But so let's dive into these pellet power plants once again by Donny Bresco. It's not me, I haven't done it. I'm just showing the great work, and you can see it here, heating power plant. And when you look at it, it's quite an interesting chain, a couple of different elements. So let's start at the end, actually, which is the heating power plant, using some pellets to basically burn them into electricity. And you can see that the range is actually quite big. Right, it's starting here and it's going all the way over there. That's an interesting one, quite a long range. It does require 300 artisans, so it's not too small. And let's look a bit at the building, interesting building.
Farmer's life may be humblest, but green pastures, hands swept through corn, that is God's idyll.
You can even see the fog coming out of the three chimneys. So that's the first building, the heating power plant, and as I said, it's using pellets, and these pellets you're going to create them here using your wood chips and coal. Right now you can see delivering to here. Can also deliver obviously directly to the heating power plant when needed. So the coal, you can come from your coal mines. I've also put here 2 charcoal kiln to just deliver it directly here in that forest. And then the second element is those wood chips. But before, let's look a bit at the building. See, there's a lot of wood all around here, there. That's the building. And those wood chips are created here in the wood chipper. That is improved by electricity, so if you sort of have an integrated chain like this one, then it will obviously impact both this one and that one. And just using wood, so I've put some wood lumberjack out here to just feed into it. So the ratio here are completely not the right ratios, as you'll see, because this is 15 seconds. This is 1 minute, but then improved by electricity that becomes 30, alright? Then your coal mine is at 15, your charcoal is also at 15 when you have electricity, otherwise at 30. Then your pallet is at 2 minutes, so this one is quite a lot, but 1 minute with electricity, and then it goes into your heating power plants. And as you can see here, I have two of these pallets, and my number of pallets is increasing but very slowly. So I'm guessing, I haven't actually looked and do calculations, but the ratio is either 1 to 1 or 2 to 1, not 3 to 1 for sure. So that's this first one. Once again, these pallet power plants can be everywhere, don't need any oil, don't need any gas, so that can be quite useful. And it is quite realistic that with coal and wood you could do some electricity at that time. That was still very much the reality. So great from Donit Bresco to have created that. Thanks a lot. And then let's move to the fracking. So fracking, for those of you who don't know, is one of the process to generate gas from the earth. I won't go into the detail, but basically that's going to be for us another way to create gas instead of just in the Arctic, right? Usually in the only way is to go in the Arctic, do your gas mines, then transport it into those gas-fired power plants. It's good to know that those gas-fired power plants, and you can see it's the same building that has been used for the pellets. These ones have quite a large range too, larger than the normal oil power plants. And also, instead of railways, they just require a small warehouse. So that can be quite good. Now, if we look at these fracking, so if you're in material, you can find it here, gas fracking stations. So what I found really interesting is that there's a dual use. One, you could use them with or without oil wells. So as you can see here, this is a gas fracking stations, and it is working. It does 0 wells, but it's still working. It's working 100% productivity basically to produce some gas. Not a lot of gas, but still producing some basically out of nowhere. It doesn't require sorry about that. It doesn't require any fertility, any of these deposits here, nothing. So you can put many, and it's only workers too, so quite interesting. But then, if you actually put one of these, so as you can see, this is a gas fracking station close to an oil spring, you can basically, it's the same building, right? They didn't create any asset for the game. As you can see, it's exactly the same. But if you do, wait, what is? Oh, because I need a road with. That's my bad. Okay, now it's gonna start, and you're gonna see it's not gonna stop at 100%. It's actually going to move to 200%, and for each oil spring you're adding 100%. So that's a way to basically, instead of creating a lot of oil, right, you're going to create a lot of gas. And once again, the benefit really is that you don't need railways, and that those gas-fired power plants have a larger range, and once again don't require railways. The only maybe small issue is that they require more engineers. So this one is 150, this one is 250. That's basically the only difference. But now wait, that's not all. These gas fracking stations, you can use the gas into this gas-fired power plants, but also into something new, which you'll find here. And you can see there's two fuel stations. There's a normal fuel stations that we all know if you have at least the DLC. And then these ones are the fuel station gas. I would say a gas station, yeah, fuel station created from gas. So that's what you can do in any sessions. So in the old world here you can, but also in the new world, for example. If you see here, I've put a fracking station, once again without even any wells, so it's producing but slowly producing. Then the fuel, the gas fired fuel station basically, which is this one. So this is delivering here, and this is creating your fuel that then goes into your tractor barns for any of your farms, right? Your crop farms. So once again, it's basically a way to replace sort of oil without any railways. As you can see, the visual asset is still the same. So you see the railways, but actually you don't need them. I don't have any railways here and it's working. This is delivering there. This is delivering there. As you can see, this is working. This is going into this one. And this one is just not working because there's no warehouse. Of course, if I start putting a warehouse, then this can also deliver there instead of going only there because this was full. And then it can deliver, obviously this can deliver there. And this is also true for Mbesa. Sorry, that's the wrong one. In Mbesa, you can also create your fuel station with gas, but you cannot have the fracking. The fracking is actually only in the old world and in the new world. So thanks again for this mod general idea 2. Really a good way to expand a bit the gas usage that in the past has been quite limited because it was only from the Arctic to those gas-fired power plants, maximum sorts of 17 or 18, I don't remember, but that was really a hard limit. Now there's no hard limit, and particular because it can come from the ground, as I said. So here it is, ladies and gents, a quick review of 2 mods, once again the pellet power plants and the gas fracking mods, to all link to your electricity if you want different ways to create electricity. Thanks for watching. Once again, don't hesitate to share any other mods that you want me to look at. I'm planning to look at a few, but it's always great to know which one you're interested in. Okay, and hope to see you next time.